Welcome, CIT 168. I'm Dr. Lawrence Williams, and this will be a beginning class for Microsoft Word and Excel. This is an 8-week class, and we will, in fact, pretty much split the class in half. We will have 4 weeks of Microsoft Word and 4 weeks of Excel. Now, this is a very high-level overview, if you will, beginning class of Microsoft Word and Excel. If you're looking for a little bit more detail from a beginning perspective, then my suggestion would be taking CIT 105 with JCTC. As a matter of fact, we need to be very appreciative to JCTC for coming up with this particular class in the wake of COVID-19. Is being offered to give you a way to hopefully transition from whatever crisis that you may be in from an occupational standpoint because of the coronavirus. And I just want to say that hopefully I can offer you a good distraction from this time of crisis. And I'm hoping that everyone has the opportunity to get away from this without much discomfort. So given that, let's talk a little bit. Again, 4 weeks of Microsoft Word, 4 weeks of Excel. Okay, you're asking, well, what am I going to need? You're going to need a good computer, access to a computer. Okay. My suggestion is that you have a computer that isn't too old. 2 to 3 years old is usually the thing that you want from a hardware perspective. You want access to software, to Microsoft Office software that isn't more than 5 years old. Okay. If you get to software that's more than 5 years old, generally you're looking at a whole new setup, and you're not going to get what we're going to talk about. What are we going to talk about? Well, in each case, I'm going to assume that you never really touched a computer. Excuse me. So we're going to I'm going to walk you through as though you are turning on the computer for the first time. And then we're going to walk through the look of each application. That's Microsoft Word and Excel. And then I'm going to have you take a look at YouTube videos that are very basic in terms of the different types of, for each of the weeks, the different types of functionality that you need in order to get through and in order to know the very basics around Word and Excel. Again, This is in no way a um, a program or a class that's going to teach you anything advanced. Okay, the idea is that you would take this class to get a taste of of both applications, and if in fact you're more interested, feel free to go ahead and take CIT 105 with JCTC. Classes are usually offered in the fall, spring, and in the summer. And I do teach those classes, so you may have the opportunity to be in my class, and I hope and I encourage you to look for me. Okay, so you also from a mindset perspective, I always tell my students this: do not think that you can just open Microsoft Word or Excel once and then you're going to learn something. It is just like riding a bicycle. Okay, I can't teach you how to ride a bicycle by just telling you about it. You actually have to do it. And you're probably going to need to, no probably about it, you are going to need to practice it over and over and over again. This is a pass-fail class, so that should bring down some of the anxiety of the class, of being in the class. But we have to really think from the mindset of like riding a bike, practicing it over and over and over again. And that means in your spare time, going into the program which you learn some of these skills and really just I call it fumbling around within the program. You can't break the program, so going in and discovering things on your own is really the best way to learn, and doing it often. Okay, so the other thing is I'm going to be using YouTube, so you need to really. I'm going to give you a link to YouTube, and well, actually, each you really don't need to have a link. So actually, I'm going to have a link that is provided for each lesson for each week. The way the classes are going to be set up is weekly lessons, and then weekly activities, if in fact necessary, and then links. Whereas I may have some instructional things to say weekly, such as this video, and then also having the links for the YouTube videos. I'm really hoping, I'm really excited that you are have decided to take on these skills and to take on these skill sets at this day and time. It is very important that you know Microsoft Office and Excel and Word, and let's get started.